Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more SNKRX class showcasing. We are going to be doing a builder class showcase. Re-showcase, I guess. This is going to be kind of like sort of the third time we've done this class showcase, but first of all, it's pretty different now because there are 3 new units in the game that are in the builder class. 2 of them, and to a lesser extent the third one, seem like modified versions of ones that were in the game and got removed. But they really realistically have kind of their own real effects. So the Illusionist, the Saboteur, and the Hunter all got removed. And they got replaced with the Sentry, the Bomber, and the Artificer, which generally follow the same classes. The difference being the Hunter got removed, and that had Forcer, and the Sentry does not. However, the effects of that unit are pretty darn different. So we're going to start with the Bomber here, who is a nuker and a builder, taking place of the Saboteur, which actually leaves us down a rogue, doesn't it? Which actually is probably decent, because I never felt like putting him in a rogue build, even though he's totally a great unit. But alas, we got the Bomber, so let's showcase him here. We got the ability to... So we just straight up, we drop a bomb that if they walk into it, it explodes. I mean, that seems pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. Slapping a little bit of extra like AoE on it even sounds quite nice. In this patch, the healers and the psychers also got pretty reworked. I would say not to the same extent as the conjurers, because they didn't even get to keep their dang name anymore. So I would say, yeah, it's not quite the same in my humble opinion. But the healer's passive is no longer on kill. You get the chance to... I was trying to drop the bomb that they would run into. No longer on the kill, you have a chance to drop a healing orb. It's when you make a healing orb, you have a chance to make an extra healing orb, which is pretty neat, because it also came with a rework of the Psy Keeper, which... or a massive buff to the Psy Keeper. And now it's, instead of 1 orb for 20% of its HP, it's 3 orbs for 25%, which is much better. And in fact, the Flagellant got changed as well, so that its level 3 upgrade no longer damages the whole team. It still damages him, and he gets twice as much HP, and it buffs the team up by 12%. So level 3 Flagellant is actually kind of god tier now, if we could find it. So, I mean, we'll see what we can do. But we're going to be focusing, of course, on the builder. But this gives us a little bit of cool tools to play with. There's obviously another, if you read the patch notes, there's another major thing that I've been dancing around, which I'm trying to figure out how I feel about, because fans of the channel for a long time know that I have pretty strong feelings about a certain word that comes up in a lot of roguelikes to add difficulty, and that word is called looping, and it is now in SNKRX. You can loop in SNKRX, and whenever you loop, your snake gains 1 extra slot. So that is going to be interesting. Okay. So this isn't going to apply to very many builders, but it applies to the one we have. Okay, I mean, yes, there's also another major thing that you may notice right now. We are being offered 4 items, and there's a reroll that we can do as well. I'm going to take this because I don't know what we're going to get out of the next one, so I feel like we maybe might as well definitely do something that is going to impact our bomber, because I am slightly worried about our ability to actually get units inside the blast. So anything that's going to buff up our AoE size sounds kind of nice to me, if I'm going to be real. So yeah, we have that bomb down there. So I don't think that we can just stack up bombs, though. Correct. So if there's a bomb on the ground, when we plant our next one, it automatically explodes the next one, or the prior one. All right. The warriors in general also got, I would consider, buff a big buff in a kind of weird way, in a way that we've been talking about them kind of needing it, being the fact that they attack too early, and you waste a lot of value because, especially like the swordsman, you know, it does more damage based off of how many units you hit. So if it attacks a little bit too early, a little bit too, you know, like just as soon as one enemy enters the radius, it's a lot of wasted value. Their activation range got shrunk, but their AoE range has stayed the same, which was the big recommendation that I had, and I'm sure a lot of other people had. In addition to the Juggernaut and the Barbarian not attacking when there is no unit within their radius, which is like, why wasn't that? I don't know why it wasn't that way before, but I'm super happy that it has been rectified. This is not going to be good. So the bosses also have a little bit of a bar underneath them now. You may notice that bar signifies when they're going to use their ability, which is super nice to know. There we go. Oh, that was sneaky. That was sneaky. That was close. Super nice to know. It lets you actually plan for things a little bit more appropriately. I kind of want a smash face win game. So I don't want to do another wave. There we go. Don't want to do another wave, so it's worth smashing my face against him there. I'm impatient. That's the reason I did that. All right. Enemies spawn with less max HP. This is a new item. But yeah, a bunch of new items got added as well to go with this whole 4-item thing. You also can sell items, which is pretty cool. I'm going to take the Pyromancer, and I'm going to buff that. Do we have the Merchant? I think we do. Yes, we do. All right. Good stuff. We could get the fairy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... Oh, wait, we can only have 7 units. That's right. We're on low mode. Who's our second mage? Oh, Pyromancer. I'm preemptively keeping the Arcanist for our Automaton, I think is what they might be called. The Sorcerer Builder. I could be wrong. Oh, I don't need the Beastmaster. I don't need no Beastmaster. No, sir. I am the Beastmaster. All right, we'll drop this stuff down. So that is the, that's the buff. The attack speed buff. Does it actually apply? Is it like... It looks like it's on the fairy. So I guess it must actually work, right? Otherwise, that would make no sense. Look at all these healing orbs, too. We have so many. A shocking amount. This is nice. Also, yeah, there's a new visual for the fairy buff, and also, I can't remember, Stormweaver? Is it the Stormweaver that got the visual for the buff? I think so. Which is just nice. Anything that adds extra clarity, like clean clarity to the game, is good on my books. We have the Merchant, right? Yes. Okay. Enemies spawning with 30% less max HP seems like a very important item. But yeah, with looping, in regards to looping, you keep going for another 25 levels, which I'm telling you now, we might try a couple times, but if you get a build that is truly strong enough, especially on New Game 0, I could see looping taking, like, I could see the runs taking like 5 hours, you know, before you eventually maybe random die. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll take the Arcanist, I guess. Could have dropped 5 in my intimidation, and I wouldn't have been opposed. Oh, man. Our Merchant got an attack speed buff, you say? All right. You know what? See, that's the thing. That's why it's good to get all this information, is because it really lets you know how these systems have actually been working. I would have guessed that that didn't work. Like, the Miner and, like, the Pyromancer stuff would not get that attack speed boost. Now we might build differently. Like, I legitimately might build differently if I'm rocking something like the Fairy or one of those buffs that gives a random unit an attack speed upgrade. Enemies are 30% slower. Bonus AoE damage. Let's go with Amplify. It's just such a solid item. Cannoneer. A Ranger and a Nuker. Well, we're not going to be going Nuker, but I will take this. Sure. Let's get that up to 35. Why not? Still only have one builder. It's funny how this goes. I think there's 3 level 2 builders. No, there's 2 level 2 builders, 2 level 3 builders. There's no level 1 builders, so if we truly want to focus on this, leveling up our shop might not be a bad idea. Might not be a bad idea. But I love that the visual here actually is pretty clearly a landmine. I'm hoping that the engineer got a visual change as well with the turret. That would be great. Yeah, let's get ourselves to that shop level for sure. Obviously, these are not bad choices. Squire, obviously. I love the Squire. I love me a Squire. We'll probably ditch him some point really soon. Yeah, new Flagellant. New Flagellant. Look at that level 3 boost now. Look at that level 3 boost. It used to deal damage to everybody in the team to do the damage boost. Now he gets twice as much max HP. 12% damage to all allies per cast instead. That is crazy. That is so strong. It is a level 3, though. But my thing is, like, I don't know. I feel like the level 3s should be so strong, right? Like, why not? Shouldn't they? Isn't that, like, the thing? Like, they're super hard to get a lot of times for some of these higher cost units, so they should be busted. In my humble opinion, they should be broken strong. Oof. This landmine is pretty solid. All right. Elementor. What the Elementor instead of the Pyromancer? I'm not going to take a Voider bonus, so sure. Why not? All right. One of the worst waves in a little while. But maybe with that little bit of thing underneath, it's going to be not so bad. All right. Turret. Turret, unfortunately, did not get a visual change. I would adore if it would. Smash face win game. Yeah, it's oh man. It's I was hoping it would have got changed with the builder changes, but hey, maybe that'll be changed in the next patch in that clarity one or something. But alas, it's no big deal. All right, speed 3. Position 3 has 50% attack speed. That leads me to believe if all of the units can get this speed buff, then does this actually apply? Got the merchant? Yes. So yeah, the engineer still does not have an actual attack bar. It's happening at the exact same time. It's happening at the exact same time as the bomber, though. So now it has an attack speed boost from the fairy. They should theoretically be out of sync. But they're not. Interesting. So let's move this here for a second. Sentry. New unit. Spawns a rotating turret that shoots 4 projectiles, each dealing 12 damage. Sure thing. That sounds great. Carver. Creates a statue that creates 1 healing orb every 6 seconds. So it's been changed. I would consider that to maybe be a nerf. It depends, of course. Also, yeah, Chronomancer. I mean, like, now that we lost Nuker, do we go for this? I don't know, man. Seems like it might be bad. Seems like it might actually be a problem. So, yeah, let's put you here so we can see the bomber and the engineer. Let's see if they still cast at the same time. They do. So attack speed doesn't do anything. At the very least, for the engineer, does not do anything. So why can't it get buffed? Why can it get buffed? Does it? Maybe it does something for the bomber. Maybe it does something for the bomber. The bomber actually does have that little bar down there. Maybe it can do something for the sentry. Like these are. We'll try that out. Oh my god! Hold on. I'm focusing too hard on that stuff. I'm getting bopped. So yeah, the Carver thing, that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. So it'll keep on putting down those. So to an extent, it's a buff because we don't have to be there to get the benefit. We can go and scoop up all those orbs later, basically. But the downside being we can't... I mean, it's probably for the best because it was so broken. But we could just, like, literally sit in the circle there and we'd be okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that the attack speed does nothing. But, all right, we'll see. Does the bomber put down the bomb at the same time still? It does. This is so depressing. It doesn't do anything. So I really do think that attack speed... Wait, why are there three turrets now? Yeah, they go down at the same time. That is visually clear. They definitely go down at the same time. So Chronomancer seems completely useless, and we should definitely ditch it for this. I would hope that the Squire is relevant, but now I'm questioning everything. Now I'm questioning everything. Does the Squire buff them at all? I don't know. I have not even the foggiest. But yeah, I know we could have kept the nukers, and that would have been a nice, really powerful build. Yada 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 yada. It's no builder showcase though. It's a nuker showcase that just happens to have some builders in it. So, oh my god, that bomb is putting in so much work. Unleash with the bomber is massive. Just getting that extra AoE size, because it seems like it's balanced around that concept. Balanced around the concept that it's kind of tough to hit. But if you get that unleash going, that's pretty nuts. Shoot 5. Release a homing barrage on enemy kill. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Killing an enemy fires a homing dagger. Position 1 generates 1 Psyker Orb every 10 seconds. That's really cool too. Let's try out rearm. Maybe with the new systems it will work better. Artificer? Lots of merchants. Okay. I would say that we might want to ditch the Carver. In its current state, it's a little bit more of a healer focus than it is a builder focus. Okay, well, that bomb's not going nowhere. Okay. So we put down the bomb right in front of our turrets. If we get taunt, I gotta be honest, taunt plus the bomb, that was, oh no, that was bad. Taunt plus the bomb seems great. Because like you taunt them into the explosion. Seems pretty powerful. Oh my god! Woo! Yeah, I'm loving the bomber unit. I like this new bomber unit. I was worried I wasn't gonna love it, but that's not a problem. I definitely love it. Cannoneer really feels like they have a place on the team. I guess just because they have the right color. Yeah, we got rearm. It's nice because it's an item we don't have to level up as well. That's always kind of a huge plus in my head. So we have rearm. Does it work? It makes the turret shoot twice as much, basically, right? Oh god, we need to move that artificer. These little automatons that are moving around are pretty neat. They do seem like it seems like a much more functional builder item than the what was it, the illusionists. And it makes more sense. They actually do chase down the enemies. And I think what it is, rearm, is just that they are shooting twice as much. I don't think it has any bearing or any benefits on the bomber. I could be wrong. It might be exploding twice and I just can't tell. It might be doing twice as much damage for all I know. Yeah, no, it's going twice. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's going twice. Big? Do I want the Carver? Why would I take the Carver? Well, first of all, rearm might make it spawn 2 orbs, which is kind of cool, I guess. Taunt. What else would we take? An enchanter. We could take the new flagellant. Oh, if I see the new flagellant, I might take it. New Psykeeper's no joke, too. Creates 3 healing orbs every time the Psykeeper takes 25% of its max HP. Instead of 1 healing orb for every 20%, it's 3 for every 25. That is a night and day difference. Night and freaking day, man. That sucks. We need to stall a little bit so we get Unleash cooking. We really need to make sure our bombs are... our bombs are getting hit. It's a very key component of our build, and we keep on missing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think we need to move him closer to the front. I think that would be of a great benefit to us. Shoot. Here we go. We did actually lose our bomber, but we still have our engineer. Oh my god, the tightest little turns there. Okay. Yeah, I think the Carver is spawning its orbs twice, which is pretty nice. It totally is. It totally is. I mean, homing barrage sounds fun. Hardening. 150% defense to all allies for 3 seconds. Okay, after an ally dies. I mean, that seems really nice. Echo Barrage literally just applies to one of ours, so I feel like we shouldn't. Okay, well, obviously that's good. Chance for projectiles to create chain lightning. I mean, that's cool. That's a fun new one. This is all good, but I want to get something that is for specifically the builders. Orbs deal a lot more damage. Seems nice. Area size, though, does sound nice. Barrage on enemy kill. Come on, man. You know that I'm literally just looking for a builder item. You have to know. You have to know this by now. You have to know this by now. There's... God help me, I'm just going to take Fracture. You know I will. There it is. There's Taunt. That's literally just what I've been looking for this whole time. Okay. All right. 20% chance. With the bombs, that seems really nice. But yeah, I think we should move our bomber up a little bit. Oh. Ooh. Whoa. Come on. That was some malarkey. Also, we've got orange units, and I cannot tell the difference between them and mine. It's a problem. We lost our... I didn't see him because he looks the same to my goddamn turret. Change it. Change that. Oh, my God. But yeah, these automatons seem really good. Okay, we're going to maybe die here, if I'm going to be honest. Okay, that was such slick movement there. Very, very useful. Please, bomb. Oh, I got taunted away from my bomb. Yeah. Don't look at another unit and then dash at me. Don't look at another unit, but dash at me. Don't you do that. What are you doing? I'm about to have a fight. Yeah, I don't know. Taunt, I think, might actually be working slightly not in our favor. In a weird way. Because I wanted them to get taunted into the bombs. I dropped one way out of the way there. I wanted them to get taunted into the bombs, but they're just getting taunted into everything else. Okay, that actually worked pretty well. I think we're going to be okay. But yeah, they're just statistically more likely to get taunted into another source because we're summoning a lot more of the other things. Stop it. I hate fighting orange units when we are running, I guess, builders is what they are now. I can't stand it. Not going to go for level 3 Carver because we're not going to get it. And also, I think I might drop it. I'm probably going to drop Merchant for Flagellant. We need to move our Sorcerer, our Automaton guy, I think. I think he's way too important to our build. We need to move somebody else stupider back. And I know I've continually said this. Okay, bomb. Thank you. Alright, alright, alright. Hang out over here in the Carver circle. Okay. Bomb's down here. You gotta come down here and get me. Yeah, it is definitely... The bomb is definitely proccing twice. New builders feel like they definitely are way more logical with their items. Like, the items actually make more sense with the builders than they did before. These new builder units actually, I would say on average, yeah, the standout now is the Carver, and even the Carver utilizes rearm. So, That I would say this is good. It's good. It's a good change. They're in a much better place than they were. At the very least, if not in strength, in clarity and logic, they are way better. All right. All right, I'm gonna ditch the merchant next time, I guess. And once again, I just can never remember to move my stuff. How about we just dodge, and we won't have to worry about it. Nice. Rearm Bomber Unleash is crazy. Whoop. It's good for the game's sake that we can't spawn 50% more. It's a bummer, but it's good at the same time. I don't know why our Carver is spawning a lot more, spawning his circles more frequently. Uh-oh. Yep, saw that coming. Saw that coming. We're at 7 out of 10. We need to make sure we're not beefing it too hard here. We can beef it a little. We're on New Game 0. There's beef room. There is an allowed beef tolerance. But we can't beef it too hard. I cannot stand orange units on this build, though. Especially with taunt, that makes it even worse because they're not even looking at you when they're charging at you. Oh man. So we get a freebie. Instantly kill elites below 30% max HP. I mean, okay. Psykeeper. No, not the Psykeeper. There it is. There's the Flagellant. I'm selling you. I'm taking the new Flagellant. Not that he's different right here, but this does give us the Enchanter bonus. And then he can be in the back. Carver, move back a little bit. You move up a little bit. All right, that looks good to me. We can go down to 25. Do we want the Carver? Do we want the Carver? We can change the Carver. I'll keep the Carver. And I'm being rewarded by them starting to show up now. Fairy does not work with this stuff. All right. But yeah, I mean, we've got the 2 elites coming up, so I guess we'll take that item. I don't know. I feel like maybe... I mean, it probably doesn't work this way, but maybe it applies to all special units. That'd be big. That would be worth it for sure. Otherwise, I would say I don't know that it's that worth it. I've just been screwed over by the bosses too much the past few days for me to not want to take this opportunity immediately to say screw them and have them just get straight up executed. I do think it's our biggest chance of loss at this point is going to be obviously the bosses, so that's why I'm for it. But yeah, I'm with this Flagellant. This Flagellant feels like a good choice. He's a good recipient of our Carver heals, so we'll continually just get more and more damage. And if the damage from the Flagellant does not apply to our summons, then I'll be honest, that's not my fault. That should totally be the way that it works. Because otherwise, it's like there's too many items that have no value then to the builders. So I'm going to assume that it works. The damage buff from the Squire and the Flagellant. Especially since it does feel like we got a big glow up in power. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but I believe it. because there was a lot of chaos on the screen, so I totally believe that we just missed somebody getting... I assume thrown at me from the yellow unit is my guess what happened there. Because we don't have, as strong as we are, and we are quite strong, we don't have good immediate kill power, aka like rogue style. But... I mean, yeah, new Sidekeeper. Feels nice. By comparison to the old one, at the very least. Flagellant. Gone are the days of ignoring leveling up the Flagellant to level 3 because our team is not built around it. I will say that it's kind of a shame that I never got to do a build where it was strong, but truth be told, this version is just better. It's just all the way better. All right. Drop the bomb. Oops. Okay. Up. Drop the bomb. Screw that one guy in particular. No. With the bomb. Okay. There we are. I mean, yeah, the taunt is working okay. We just need to make sure we get, like, kind of uncomfortably close to the enemies when our bomb is going to go off. And by the end of the fights, anyways, the AoE is so big it doesn't even matter. But yeah, taunt has a weird thing with this, I guess, where I guess it doesn't synergize with the bomber that well. I would say it's a good item regardless, but it doesn't synergize great with the bomber. You'd have to pretty much just have the bomber, or maybe the bomber and the engineer. But yeah, in that case, in the case of running a 2-builder bomber engineer build, I would say that taunt is probably worth it. Or what is this new one? Sentry bomber, Sentry and bomber. I could see that being good, or Carver bomber. But yeah, I feel like having 4, when you get to the point where you have 4, doesn't feel quite worth it. The healing orbs actually absorb to you a little bit now, I'm noticing. Not a lot, but a little bit. I kind of like it. Not by, yeah, because if they absorb by too much, then you would get them when you don't want them, and you like might be like, I was saving that for later. I think I'll eat it now. But I don't think that it's not a big enough absorption radius where you probably wouldn't pick them up if you didn't want them. You might pick up a lot more on accident, though, but I think it's a very nice price to pay to not have to be perfectly accurate with stepping over them. Okay. Maybe we are going to get a level 3 Carver. Wait, we already did. Carver's tree that creates healing orbs twice as fast. And they get doubled? I mean, it seems pretty good. Seems pretty good with rearm. I could see, yeah, rearm and... Uh-oh. This is concerning. This is just a Carver. All right, this has been SNKRX. That was, I mean, you know, don't have to feel good and happy every day, I guess. You know, it doesn't have to happen. That was really stupid, but, you know, it makes sense. That's, I think that's a really clear, telling thing, what just happened right there, about the very noticeable weakness, the one very noticeable weakness of the builders, aside from the fact that, yeah, they don't meet the damage of, like, the hunters or the rogues, whatever. Like, that, mages or nukers or... And it doesn't quite match their damage, obviously. But the more important note that makes it, that was made very obvious right there, if they don't ramp up, they suck so bad. They suck so bad the first 10 seconds of the fight. They're terrible. They're so bad. And we just lost our entire team because we couldn't kill a single unit. And then after that, there's nothing you can do. I could not have done that fight any differently. We lost, and that's just what it was going to be. Because we wanted to. The reason we lost is because we wanted to have the builders be the only star of the show. So in the future, the thing to do would be. Don't build only builders, I guess, like, it is maybe the thing to say there. While they are better, and I do think they are better, I think the changes have made them stronger. Yeah, you don't run them solo. Don't run them solo. I don't think that's, that's what we do for the showcase. We try and make it so that really the only star this. We got the Flagellant, we got the Squire, so that we can pretty much make it so that they are the only thing that's really kicking butt there. They are strong. But if you don't have any on the field and you're in a boss fight, you have died. We spawned nobody we didn't spawn any taunters, I guess. Otherwise, we probably would have lived that. So, just smile and wave and say, you know what? Maybe next patch. There's always next patch, sweeties. But alas, yeah, no, I'd say for purposes of higher new game levels or running 2, I'd say like running 2 and taking rearm or running 2 and taking taunt. I think is valid enough. I think it's a valid enough item choice if you don't want to re-roll or something. If it's presented with a couple other things that are not super great, I think there's value in it. Their downside is so obvious right there. Like, obviously the yellow boss has, like, all those units have so much health because that's what that unit has, is just an annoying abundance of health. So you need to kill them fast, and that's not really what the builders do. They don't really do that. Yeah, if you're doing this, if you're trying to get the achievement, I would say drop the Carver and maybe add in. You could obviously go Rangers with it, but I think that the way to go would be drop the Carver, run Nukers on the side, so that you have something that'll actually do the damage up front. But hey, you know what? Yeah. We got SNKRX again this week. It's something that will hopefully get changed in the big clarity patch. I don't know how much more SNKRX we're going to be playing. I don't know how much you guys are into, but there we go. We have showcased the old builders. Despite not winning, I think we still showcased them pretty well. In fact, I think we showcased their strengths and weaknesses incredibly well. So that's that, and that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. Check out the channel for roguelites more every single day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.